medical reports, she has been violated.
What this have to do with the question, according to Islam, what the forensic and the medical report?
And raped. Do we have any DNA proofs, etc.?
See?
We may not. Now,
Now,
to the Muslim judge, I have a woman with medical reports or without, claiming that this individual has raped her. I bring this individual and I say, did you? She said, no.
no.
She said, you did. He says, no. And by the way, she took $2 million from me.
Uh-oh.
Did you take $2 million from him? She says, no. I said, well, touche. So it's her word against his. Why would I believe her when she's accusing someone? And this one, we don't have evidences. So what evidences do you want, Sheikh? We need 4 male witnesses to testify and
Hold on. We need what? 4 male witnesses. Let us go to Zakir and Ayuka. Zakir and Ayuka, he claimed, we do not need 4 witnesses.
4 witnesses is a requirement in cases of rape to prove that rape has taken place. This is a misconception.
someone, and this one, we don't have evidences. So what evidences do you want, Sheikh? We need 4 male witnesses to testify and say that we witnessed it. This is not possible, Sheikh. Okay, then we need him to confess. Sheikh, he's not going to confess. So how would I allow this to happen and accuse this innocent man who could be innocent and he could not? Okay, Sheikh, we have DNA test that proves that he committed something like that. In this case, the Muslim judge puts him in jail, tries to pressure him until he confesses.
4 witnesses. So, hold on, what DNA? According to Islam, there's a DNA. And they are talking about Sharia law, you donkey. If we have evidence like this, what if we have a camera? Does it work? No, because still you don't have 4 witnesses. You have to have 4 cameras. And the funny is, this religion, everyone give you a different answer. This guy, he said, you need 4 witnesses. The other donkey, he said, you do not need to. Brother Twitter. In Islam, you do not need 4 witnesses. This guy, he said, no, you need 4 witnesses. Which one is the, which religion we are talking about? Are we talking about 2 different religions? Or we have the same religion? Are they both reading the same book? Or they have 2 different books? Both of them, they are Muslim Sunni, support terrorism. And everyone is giving us different answer. And by the way, Zakir Naik said, Brother Twitter, Allah gave the Quran in a clear language. And it's very clear. So if you read the Quran in Allah, you will get the clear answer. So here we go, the clear answer. One, he said you need 4 witnesses. The other one, he said not. But let's see what Zakir and Ayuka want to say. I don't know.
The basic question posed by both the questioner is that isn't it illogical to ask the rapist or to ask the victim who has been raped to produce 4 witnesses to prove that she has been raped and to give punishment to the rapist? There is a misconception amongst the Muslim Ummah as well as most of the people that 4.
The funny is, he said the Muslim Ummah, which means all Muslims in the world, they get it wrong. This is the only smart Muslim because he eats a cucumber. Like Aisha. Muslim Ummah, which means nation, all of them, they have misconception. All of them. Except me, Zakir. Look at you with this red candles. I mean, the topic is rape. The topic is rape. and there is red candles and red flowers behind him. You tell me what's wrong with this. What is the topic? I mean, is that a dating website? Are they calling you like somebody want a date? What the heck is that? Red candle, red flowers, and red tide, maroon tide. What is that? Is that a Valentine Day, my friend? What the heck is that? You are celebrating what exactly? Okay, misconception. Okay, so what is the solution, Zakir? Let us skip this because we heard it again, already. Let us skip to see the answer.
Which is a form of hiraba, where the woman may be abducted.
Oh, hold on.
Crucifixion.
Hold on.
Who wage a war. This, the fuqaha say, the verse in the Quran talking about punishment for such cases is in Surah Maida, chapter number 5, verse number 33, which says, as to the punishment of those who wage a war against Allah and His Messenger, and who create mischief in the land, it is execution, or crucifixion, or chopping off of the opposite hands and limbs, or exile. Now this verse of the glorious Quran, Surah Maida, chapter number 5, verse number 33, is talking about punishment for those who wage a war against Allah and His Rasul or create mischief in the land. It is.
Hold on. Those who wage war, by waging war against Muhammad, by not accepting Islam, Muhammad, because he's a nice person, and the Muslim, they say to us, Islam is a peaceful religion, right? We will cut their hands, we will cut their feet, we will torture them, we will crucify them. And Muhammad is taking the pagan practice of the Roman, crucifying people as they did to Jesus, and implemented this punishment in his Quran. But look what the verse saying. The verse saying, if those people, they wage war against Muhammad, somebody is raping a woman, how that is a war against Muhammad? But because they could not find one verse in the Quran for rape. However, even this one, still the punishment is not capital punishment. It's a capital punishment only if the man, he used a weapon to rape the woman, which means he forced her by a knife or a sword or a gun. Otherwise, there is no punishment, like Zakir Naik, he said. And this is the official government from Qatar. Islamic question and answer. I will click and use Google Translation in the front of your eyes to show you how those people, they are not legitimate, and you cannot take what they say for granted. Muslims, advise your Muslims not to listen to those donkeys in YouTube. This is the fatwa number, and this is your Islamic website. Adultery is not proven by testimony unless it's for witnesses. Here is talking about rape, even the translation saying adultery. However, question number 72338, the punishment for rape is the punishment for haraba. This is the question. Okay, what haraba? It was Zakir Naik was saying that we will crucify him, but look what he said here. The answer is, if the rapist did not carry a weapon, then he is a subject to the punishment of adultery, which means we whip his ass few times and he go home. That's it. And this is what we mentioned in the question number 72338, in which we said, if the rapist is subject, if the rapist is subject to the punishment for adultery, this is so long as his rape was not by a threat of a weapon. If it was by a threat of a weapon, then he is going to be like he's doing war, for he's holding a knife or a gun. So if a man, he rape a woman and he is not holding any weapon, just using his hands, or maybe two men, one he hold, the other one he rape the women, the punishment is we slash their back few times and they go home. And not only that, secondly, we need still for witnesses, even if you rape her with a weapon, which means it's an assault. In order to do the punishment, which is committed for adultery, it's proven, you know, by 4 men. Not only for witnesses, you have to bring 4 men. If you have 4,000 women, they are not approved as a witness. Even if there are 4 million women, you need 4 men. And not only that, the 4 men, they have to see the penis going in and out. And let us show you the evidence of what we are saying. Actually, here he's explained that. Let me pause for you this link for your reference. And remember, you have to open it with Google browser. Actually, this website, they have the question in English and in Arabic. Maybe you need to find it in English. This way you do not need. Let me give you a link. I will short it because when the link have a Arabic word in it, it appear in Google like long, very long. Here we go. You can open it in your Google browser, click a translation, and you can read what I'm seeing in front of me. However, let me show you how filthy, disgusting this cult is. You know, when those 4 women, they accuse the pimp, I don't know, 4 or 7 women, 7 women, they accuse the pimp, Andrew Tits, of rape. Now, for me, none of those women really are valid for the accusation because they are hookers. And they are sleeping with the guy already. So how you accuse him for a rape? However, this guy, he have evidence that in his text, he was telling the girl, you know, I rape you and you enjoy it. So he confessed. Otherwise, for me, those cases, if you ask me, if I am the judge, I will not consider what he's saying to be truthful. I will not consider what those women they are saying, even though supposedly they are the victims, because they are hookers and they are selling their body for money. So both of them, they are scumbag. Here we are not talking about that. Here we are talking about a real woman who is not a hooker. She is not a woman, she take off her panty for a bunch of dollars. She been raped. Or even she is fornicating. What we will do? Still you need for witnesses. And not only for witnesses. They have to see the penis in and out. Read with me carefully and try not to laugh. Actually, let me find you the hadith about the caliphate. Give me a second, not this one. That is even better. Oh boy, we are typing in English. Oh, I thought I'm typing in Arabic. Okay. For witnesses, and they have to see the private part going in and out. All right, we found the hadith. Let us see if we can find it in English. Imagine you have a woman. 4 people, they saw her having sex. 3 of them, they saw the penis of the man going in and out. The third one, he did not see the penis. However, he saw her legs around his neck. And he described her feet. They are shaking like the ears of a donkey. The caliphate, he dismissed the case and he beat the hell of them. I'm just trying to find the hadith in English. I have it in Arabic in front of me, but I want this hadith in English. Let us see. I remember once I found it in English, right? Anyone have the link for it? I think we found it once in the website. On their website. Not the one about the Jewish, the one about the caliphate. Okay, let's see. Where is well, if we did not find it in English, we have to use the Google translation as a last solution. Let us see. I'm still trying. Okay, let's do different search. See how hard it is to serve your needs. And because, you know, I have to do all of this by myself, so you have to be patient with me. Okay, the caliphate. I will search in English. Maybe we can find an English translated already. Okay, let's see. Sometimes you get lucky and you find what you want right away. Okay. We are still looking. I mean, I showed it before. You know, I don't save in my bookmark, because if I want to save everything we need, I will have endless ones. And to see if we get lucky. Ta, 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 ta. I cannot find it. Can you believe it? Well, in this case, I have no choice but to show it to you in Arabic, and then we will use Google Translation. Let's do last try. Still not. Still not. One more. Not. Man, that's not. Okay. Why we are not getting lucky today? Let's see. This is the first time it make that long to find something. I know I'm not getting lucky. I had a video just a few weeks ago. We had the reference in front of us. Well, in this case, we will use then the Jewish story. Let us use this one. Better than nothing until we find. So supposedly Muhammad here, he was with a bunch of Jews. But I wanted to show you the story of Umar, how he did beat 4 witnesses, because the 4 witnesses, they did not see the penis of the man going inside the female with their own eyes. So if you are with the female, and this is the hadith number in front of you, Abi Dawud, this is the only one we can find here for now in English. The Prophet requested 4 witnesses who testify that they had seen his sexual organ, between 2 brackets, penetrated in her female organ. The translation is trying to be supposedly polite, you know. In Arabic it says the word pee, you know, the pee of the women. So his penis going inside her vagina. 4 witnesses, they have to see, not to see him in the top of her, not to see her in the top of him. They have to see the same as they see the stick going inside the ink jar. This is Islam. Any Muslim have a comment? So how in the world we are going to find 4 witnesses for anything? This is why in Islamic countries, rape is the best thing to do. For a man, he can get out of it so easy. There's no proof. Now in the West, they are the opposite. They become so extreme stupid. Any woman, she can accuse you of rape. You will have a case. You will have a scandal. And a woman, she can say, he did it to me 20 years ago. Still they will accept the case. That is stupid. Now they will start explaining to you that a woman, she was afraid maybe. I mean, okay, like now, a woman, she made a case against Trump. She is 70-something years old. So she waited 50 years. She's trying to make money. If not from him, it's from making his stories, and we have interviews. So in the West, they are extremely stupid in the way they do it. A woman after 10 years, 20 years, she come and will say, hey, this guy, he raped me. Maybe you have a relationship with her, maybe you're not. And now you have a case. And now you have a scandal, and now she has ruined your reputation. And the case will take forever. 7, 8, 9, 10 years. In Islam, the story is the opposite. It's so stupid, it's impossible to prove it anyway. Which means the case from the beginning is dismissed. A woman, she is raped. If she accused a man, in fact, that he raped her, and she could not bring 4 witnesses, the judge will lash her back 100 times. So now instead of punishing the man who raped her, she will be punished. As we showed you in the beginning of the video, a woman and a man in Saudi Arabia, they've been raped. The man himself, they raped him too. The judge, he ordered more than 200 lashes to the woman and long time jail. But she is the victim. In this case, there is 7 guys who they confess like they did it. They did not kill them. They punished the girl because they accuse her that she is the reason for them to get horny. Why she was alone in the car with that guy at night. It's your fault. When the Muhammadan, they say Islam is a religion and it is a way of life, I say Islam is a way of rape. Islam is a way of unjust. Islam is a way of being disgusting. Do we have any Muhammadan want to prove me wrong? Anyone? Mayday, mayday. How this is can be a religion? How the God of Islam, he forgot to make a verse about rape. He have verses about the ant speaking to the ant, telling them that Sulaiman will crush you. But Allah, he have no time to speak about, you know, this. Look what this Muslim is saying to me. This guy, I called him many times. When I call him, he don't answer. Look, he's filthy. Look how filthy he is. Let us call him and you will see he will not accept to answer. Each time I call him, he don't answer, and then I block him, and then he make a new name. I'm calling him. Even though he have a very filthy tongue. Let us see if he is a man. Ringing. Howard, son of Muta. Don't come here again, potato. Let me block you. A Muslim saying to me, give me one proof and I will leave Islam. This is sound like a fakira for me. We are calling Ahmed Abbasi. He is not answering. What's wrong with those people? We call them. They don't want to. Why you text me? Why you? Give me one proof, I will leave Islam. Let's call him again. Maybe he's decent. We will see. One more time. Is it answering? Potato. All of you are potato for me. Do we have any brave Muslim? So if you see your wife having sex with a bunch of guys, you know, by the way, Islam approved group sex. If you remember, you know, the Muslims, they were talking in the video of Lily Dawa and his page about having secret wives. But Muslims don't need to have secret wives. Secret wives usually is done by someone, he is a potato, he don't dare to say to his Muslim wife, you know, I marry second women. Usually this has happened when the woman, she is rich, she is powerful, or her family is powerful, they will beat up the husband, so he do it secretly. You know? So we know that Islam approved group sex, and this is why we say gang sex. Actually, even in the heaven, a Muslim man, he is promised to have hundreds of women in his bed for sex. This is a group sex. Doesn't matter really. Does it matter really if there is a man, one man and many women, or many men and one woman? It's the same. It's a group sex. Group sex is a group sex. And I'm not talking about a person, he is sleeping in a room, and let's just say he have his wife or his girlfriend with him, and there's a friend maybe sleeping in the, you know, like in the other side of the room in the dark. No, no, no. I'm talking about all of them, they are sharing in the sex. Legally. This is religious practice. If any Muslim will say to me this is not true, challenge me. Any Muhammadan? Mayday, mayday, mayday. And this is why you will find that Muslim women, they don't dare even to accuse anyone of rape unless they live in the West. Because if they live in the Middle East, you will be facing humility. Your family will spit at you. Nobody will marry you. Community will look down at you forever. They will treat you like a whore, even though it's not your fault. Same time, you can prove it. So what Muslim men, they do, they rape the women, and they are guaranteed that nobody will talk about it because they knew she cannot prove it. If she prove it, if she could not prove it, she will look bad forever because now she been raped. This is what she said. So now she admitted that something happened to her. Something bad. And you know, this is a savage community. They will not forgive you, even though it's not your fault. Even though you are being raped, you are not the one who slept with the guy. No man will marry you. No man will respect you. And more men, they will line up to try to rape you. And now she cannot prove it. So what she do? She shut her mouth forever. And then she go to the West. And then she file a case. This guy, the son of the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, how he raped women. All his victims are Muslims. And by the way, we are not saying that only Muslims they rape women. There is filthy men who claim to be Christian, even priests, they rape women. It's true. Evil people exist everywhere. So we are not just pointing finger, but we are showing you how unjust the Islamic system, if we can call it a system, how stupid it is to defend women and to prevent bad things from happening. Remember, always punishment happen or exist to prevent things, not necessarily just to punish the person for what he did, but to make other person think twice before he do his crime. If we take now the police in USA, we say there's no police. How many banks will be robbed a day? All of them. So it's not necessarily that the American, all of them, they are nice people and they are peaceful and they are not thief. No. Just make little qiyas and you will see the thieves all over. Even if they are 5% or 3% or 1% of the population, that's a lot. They will destroy the country. You do not need 1,000 thieves to rob a store. If a town have 5,000 people and there is 5 people only, from 5,000 they are rapists. They will destroy the community. Women, they cannot be secure. Nobody can even walk in the street safe. Filthy people exist always. This is why in the Bible make it so clear that a rapist shall be killed. How we know that the woman is not just fornicating? If the woman she scream If the woman she asks for help, that is a woman she is raped. If a woman she go with the man, she lay down with the man, she never screams, she never asks for help, well, she is obviously sleeping with the man. And always, justice is impossible. To speak about perfect justice, because there's many cases, a woman she can prove it. You know, there's a story about a Muslim man. He was in the desert and he saw a Muslim woman in the desert, and she is dying from hunger and thirst. So she begged him for food. The man, he said to her, well, if you let me have sex with you, I will feed you. The woman, she said to him, shame on you. I am your Muslim sister. He said, that doesn't matter. You let me sleep with you, I will give you water and food. The woman, she have no choice. She let him sleep with her. Is that a rape? The woman, she went to town and she went to the caliphate. At that time it was the Caliphate Umar. She told him the story that he gave her some date and water. The Caliphate, he says, this is your dowry. Suddenly it is a marriage. It's not even fornication. Any Muhammadan? Nobody? And actually there's a hadith, and we mentioned it before, if you remember, about a woman, she was divorced 3 times from her husband, and now she have to remarry a new husband. So she did, hoping after she married him, she can go back to previous husband. She married him, but she did not sleep with him. The man, he started beating her because she refused to sleep with him. She went to Muhammad and she showed Aisha her skin. She was wearing a green veil, and she complained to Aisha, and she said to her, she showed her the beating caused by her husband. Green spots in her skin caused from beating. It was the habit of the ladies to support each other. So when Allah Messenger came, Aisha said, I have not seen any women suffering as much as I believe in women. So even Aisha witnessed no women suffer as Muslim women. Never. Muslim women, they are the one who suffer always. Most. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. What Muhammad did? Did Muhammad question the man why you beat her? No, Muhammad actually, he said, no man should be asked why he is beating his wife. It's not the business of anybody. Not the business of the police. Umar reported that the Prophet saying a man will not be asked why he beat his wife. It's forbidden. It's not of your business. And this is in the book of effing. In the book of the F word. So if you call the police and you say, my husband is beating me, the police will say to her, so what? None of our business. We can't even ask him why he's beating you. You are just a goat. You are just a goat. Do we have any Muhammadan? Muhammad as a thief, he have the ethic of a thief. As an example, there's a hadith here in the book of Jihad. What Muhammad he said to the Muslims, the one who kill a man, his money is his. And the funny is, in Arabic it says, Man qatala qatilan falahu salbahu. He can steal his money. Salb is a theft. Let us see what the Muslim they said about the word salb. Whoever kills a man, someone, can he have his effect? This is not what it says in Arabic. It says falahu salbahu. He have the right to steal his money. Look at the false translation. As-salb is a theft. So this is the man the Muslim they are following to be their best guideline to tell them what to do, what not to do. Same time, how many women Muhammad himself he raped? So why we will wait for a rapist himself to make a law against rape? Muhammad never ever spoke once against rape. Muhammad, and don't you find that this is very strange? That a man he spent more than 20 years claiming to be a prophet, not a single time spoke of rape? And if he spoke of rape, should be in the Quran. Nowhere. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone? Mayday, mayday. Do you dare? Not a single Muslim. They knew that Islam is a filthy cult, so how they dare? Otherwise, trust me, if I am an American guy who don't know Arabic, who knows nothing about Islam, they will be lined up to call me. Did you notice how many even they want to debate opposite prophet? Even though he's an ex-Muslim. But they can play there as much as they want. Here they knew their size. Any Abdul? No one? Hmm. You know, actually, there's tons of evidence that Muhammad even don't care to follow the law of Allah. Like there's a story about a man. He came to Muhammad. He said to him, by the way, Prophet, I did fornication. Muhammad, he shake his head. The guy, he went a few days ago, again, and he came back. And he said to him again, Prophet, I had fornication. Muhammad, he shake his head. Okay. The guy, he went a few weeks after, he come back. Said, Prophet, which means don't you should do punishment? I did fornication. Muhammad, he did shake his head. The guy, he come for the fourth time, saying to Muhammad, Prophet, I did fornication 4 times. Still Muhammad don't want to practice the Islamic law. Any Muslim can tell me why? Any Muhammadan can tell me why? The guy, he confessed first time, Muhammad did nothing. Second time, Muhammad did nothing. Third time, Muhammad did nothing. Third time, second time, first time, and then fourth time. Read carefully with me. Muhammad, then he said to him, you have said it 4 times. Now Muhammad decided to ask him, you did it with who? How you can guard your society by let loose if Muhammad is a conservative man, a man, he came by himself and he confessed voluntarily first time. He act as if he heard nothing. The guy comes second time. Oh, nothing. The guy, he said like to himself, look, what the heck? I will go again. I just did fornication again and again and again. I go to Muhammad and I tell him I did fornication. Any Muslim can tell me why Muhammad did not punish the man? There's other hadith which is more funny. A man, he came to Muhammad and he said to him, if I find a man effing the wife, shall I give him more time until I find witnesses? Muhammad said yes. Read. This is Sahih. It says here, Saad, he said, Ubadah, he said to the Messenger of Allah, what do you think? If I find with my wife a man, should I give him some time until I bring 4 witnesses? He said yes. In fact, this story is about a man, his wife really did fornication. So the man, he's coming to Muhammad, he's not asking a question about something like what it should do if it happened. It happened to him. So he's saying to Muhammad, I found my wife with a man. So are you saying to me, I should ask him to give me some time to go and find 4 witnesses? Muhammad said yes. So you go to your house, you open the bedroom, you find the guy in the top of your wife. You say to him, please, can you do me a favor? Sure. Who are you? I'm the husband. Oh, okay. You are Mimi Hijab? Yes. Okay. What do you want? Can I go and, okay, yeah, okay, go. I will wait for you. Bring 4 witnesses, okay? Take your time, Yeah. And imagine, there is many ways. Nobody can prove the fornication in Islam, because even if you have 100 witnesses, if they don't see the penis, they saw nothing. I don't want to be dirty describing like how you can do it, but if the women wear a skirt, or the man is wearing long dress, the Arabian dress, how you can see it? He's covering it. You know what I mean? It's impossible to see the penis going in and out. If the woman in the top of the man, she is wearing a skirt, how you can see the penis? So now we have the witnesses. The husband, he came back. He have 4 witnesses, and they have video cameras with them. Slow motion. Still, there's no proof. And the guy is going up and down in front of them. Still, there's no proof. Because they have to see the penis going in and out. This is why Muslim women, they have a freedom of fornication, and Muslim men, they have freedom of fornication. I remember a story of a guy. His name is Hussein. He was a good-looking guy. So he worked for like a rich man, and the rich man, he have a beautiful young woman. The husband, he found him in the top of his wife in his bed, in his bedroom. The guy, he got his clothes, he run from from the house. The guy is old, he cannot even chase him. The old man, he did not even tell anybody, because if he tell, that will be a horrible story in the town. People will laugh at him, shame him, and he can't prove it. In the top of that, the Sharia law, they will beat him. They will lash his back if he accuse his wife of fornication without proof. Because even if he saw her, that is not enough. Even if he have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people saw her, they still need to see the actual penis going in and out. The wisdom behind this, there's no wisdom. I will tell you the reason. Muhammad's wife, she was accused by 3 people that they saw her doing fornication. So Muhammad increased the number of 2 witnesses to 4. The witness of Islam for any crime is 2 witnesses, not 4. Not 4. But the second, his wife, is the one accused of fornication. Aisha, she was a young girl. Muhammad is an old man. Aisha, she spent the night with a guy, his name is Safwan. And then there are 3.